I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 74 of the Best Thing We've Seen podcast. My name is Flo.
And I'm Gabe. How are you?
I'm doing okay, man. How are you doing now being fully vaccinated and stuff?
Well, I feel great because I am vaccinated, but I feel kind of shit because I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
No, I'm just a little under the weather now, but it's good to be done for now. But I am looking forward to laying back down as soon as this recording is finished.
I imagine you are lying down right now.
I wish I was. How are you? What's going on in the world of Flo?
I don't even know how to answer that question. I mean, I don't even know. Lots of little things, adding up to me worrying about shit I don't need to worry about, basically. But, that's just the type of guy I am.
I get it.
Ladies.
If you aren't sold by now.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I get it. I worry about the stupidest shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. How was your week in terms of watching things? The question I always like to ask.
I watched quite a few things, or I tried to watch a few things at least. We'll get to it. But it was all right. There's something that I'm excited to talk about and something that I was looking forward to. And I honestly, this week I have no idea what you watch because I even told you about one thing that I'm going to watch. I gave you a fair warning in case you want to watch it. Something that came out in the cinemas now.
Yeah.
So we can have a discussion. I have no idea if you actually ended up watching it.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
Okay.
The thing is, and I don't mean to, I mean, I've talked about I wanted to watch The Tomorrow War.
All right,
the Chris Pratt movie.
Already forgot about it. Yeah.
Perfect. And I started watching it, I think the same day we recorded that episode. But I haven't finished it. I'm like, I still need an hour. So I only have one thing.
How long was it, did you say? 240?
It's 220.
220, okay.
Yeah, but I wanted to finish it before we started recording this, but I just didn't find the time.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So I only have one big thing I can talk about this week.
Okay.
And other than that, just some YouTube shit if we need to talk about more things that I can talk about. If you have lots of things, then you're the one who's going to carry this episode.
You have a few things, or at least I want to ask you about one thing in particular, which is Loki. Did you end up watching any more episodes? Because I didn't.
You did,
are you up to
genuinely
date?
Didn't? I'm still on episode 3.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Where are you?
I've seen episode 1.
Oh, you still haven't seen episode 2?
No.
How am I the one who's more prepared for Loki if I've only seen 3 episodes?
Yeah, I just didn't feel it. I saw it every time I started up Disney Plus, and I actively decide against watching it. I'm just not in the mood.
I'm with you. That's why I haven't been keeping up with it. But I've heard nothing but great things. And literally, like, episode 3, 4, and especially 5 are supposed to be amazing. So I will get back to this. 100%.
Yeah, I saw the ratings were quite good, but I don't know. It's hard to judge if those ratings are valid because the fan base is just so huge and they just love everything that does anything remotely right, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm shitting on the fan base, on a very dangerous fan base, so I better stop it. But I gotta watch it next week. I gotta finish it because I'd love to talk about it on the next episode.
That's my plan too. But knowing me, I'm not sure if I'm able to watch the whole show till next week. But that's the goal because obviously the next, like the week after, it is a special episode, and I want to get Loki done before that. But
right,
it's good to hear that you haven't watched it either.
I've watched a lot of other things though.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. Let's do the pitch of the show, and then please tell me everything you saw.
Right, so welcome back to another regular episode of this show, The Best Thing That We've Seen podcast. Here we talk about the best thing that we've seen all week. Anything new, anything from a movie to a TV show to even a YouTube video now and again. And yeah, like I said, something new, something that came out in the last 6 months or so. And as always, we have no idea what the other person's picks are going to be. but I think we're gonna start off with a couple of honorable mentions, at least from me, or just new stuff that I watched.
Yes.
Because let's just start off with one thing that I saw, Fear Street. DC, I think it was
Number
quite
one.
prominent on Netflix
Yeah.
last couple of weeks. Yeah.
So there's only like the first part, or is there more parts by now?
The second part came out, I think, a day or two ago.
Right.
Something
I
like
haven't
that.
seen any of this.
Right, so I started watching the first one. I haven't finished, and I'm never going to finish. This is abysmal. Christ. I mean, it feels like a classic old horror movie in a way. Like Scream, if you have ever seen the first one. I never finished it, I think.
Right.
But it's very trashy. Kind of fun in a way because it's so trashy, and it's very much in the same vein. But it's such a fucking cliched movie, and the only thing that I found quite amusing about it, because it's a horror movie, I guess, split into 3 parts, each taking place in a different decade or something, in a town that gets murder after murder after murder case, always different people as if they were possessed or something.
Right.
And talking about cliche, the town where all this takes place is called, I think, Shady Side or something like that.
Yeah.
And the kind of twin city to that, which is all posh and cool, is Sunville or something like that. They have this rivalry. It's
I
so
know
bad.
where I want to live.
But it's once again, it's got good old Fred Hackinger in it.
Is this the Fred Hackinger podcast now?
I think it is. Jesus Christ! I mean, it must be like the 4th or 5th thing that we've seen with him that we've talked about on this fucking podcast. I mean, good for him. It seems to be really his year.
Yeah, we've really been putting him out there, you know.
But it's just so bad. So many stupid things that make no sense. Yeah.
Right.
Terrible acting. Whatever. Let's move on from Fear Street because
I can't contribute to it. Yeah, I apologize. I have not seen this.
I was actually looking forward to this because I thought like the setup of 3 different decades or
I
something,
agree.
a horror movie sounded so interesting.
Isn't this
but
also
didn't deliver? Sorry.
Doesn't this star Ethan Hawke's daughter, Maya Hawke? Isn't she in this too? Maybe in one of the later episodes.
Maybe. I don't know. I've literally like watched 10 minutes of the first movie. So,
yeah. I mean, I might be. Yeah, no, she's in it in the first one, I think. But all right, yeah. That was because I saw the trailer and I was like, I saw her in mainstream and I was like, I'm interested in she's gonna do next. But
all right,
apparently it's not good. Yeah.
But I mean, Fear Street. I think because of Fear Street, they put up another older movie on Netflix. I think just because it's somewhat in the same vein, which is Final Girls. They finally put that back up on Netflix, and you raved about this movie. So
well, let's not exaggerate.
Oh, okay.
Are we bringing out like the old picks? I don't think we've had like an old pick. I know it's not a pick, but you know what I mean? We haven't talked about an older movie in a regular episode in a while.
We haven't, but I haven't watched it yet, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, there goes that discussion.
I saw it and I was like, all right, that's something for the weekend.
It's a fun movie and the main girl looks like one of our friends. So
yeah, you keep saying that. I kind of get what you mean, but.
No, definitely in the movie too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and apart from Fear Street, I watched another thing that's my honorable mention, but now I kind of think it might be your pick.
You think it might be my pick?
Yeah, because my other honorable mention, which I saw in the cinema, is Nobody.
See, have you talked about your is the YouTube thing your pick of the week?
It is.
Okay, no, that's fair. So yes, that is my pick of the week.
All right.
But it's your turn to start this week, right? So should we do yours first?
Right. So I'll start off with my pick of the week, which is there's a YouTube channel out there by the name of Michael Franzese. Michael Franzese was a real life mafia member, real life mobster who left the mafia, I think, in the 80s or something like that, and has since, he, I think, joined the witness protection program, or he testified against some of his associates, and now is kind of a motivational speaker and tries to help like kids in need who are kind of forced into a life of crime or whatever, like troubled youths.
Right.
And he was quite high up in the mafia, and he does a lot of like YouTube interviews now for some trashy sites, kind of like BuzzFeed. have you ever killed somebody? Yes, no bullshit. But he's got his own YouTube channel where he talks about old stories and about people he knew in the life and stories, because he was apparently, part of the mob of the Colombo family back in the 70s, which was when The Godfather was being shot. And they had kind of a say in that shot. And one of the family members from that crime family then kind of joined the cast and played Luca Brasi in The Godfather.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just tells these amazing anecdotes from back in the day, and I'm quite interested in those stories just because I love The Godfather. I love Goodfellas, in which he's actually portrayed for like a second.
Okay.
And he also talks like movie reviews, how real is it? And he talks about, for example, Donnie Brasco, which I adore, that movie. And my pick of the week is an interview that he did with Joe Pistone, the real life Donnie Brasco, whom I think he might have even met back in the day when he was undercover. Because if you don't know, Joe Pistone was an FBI agent who went undercover in the name of Donnie Brasco and kind of joined the mafia and infiltrated them and found out a whole lot of crazy stuff and convicted a whole lot of mafia members.
Right.
And that interview is fucking amazing. I love it. They just exchange old war stories, like crazy fucking meetings and sit downs that they had with high up mobsters and the weirdest fucking shit. And also he talks about Lefty, who in Donnie Brasco is portrayed by Al Pacino, and how he was and what he was like, and like stories that they told. Like Michael Franzese tells Joe Pistone that one of the scenes in the movies that he absolutely loved was when Johnny Depp's character, Donnie Brasco, is in a car and cranks down the window because Lefty is constantly fucking smoking. He's like, close the fucking window, Donnie. You want to kill me with that draft? And just loving it because he knew that those exact same guys who just kept smoking in the car and didn't want a fucking draft, and talking about that. Sadly, there's no trailer since it's a YouTube video. But that interview is kind of split up into two parts, two like 30 minutes sections, and it's so fucking interesting, especially if you have seen the movie. I strongly recommend it regardless of this video. But yeah, it's fucking amazing. Sadly, it was done over, I think, Zoom, so the quality isn't that great at times, and they kind of talk over each other. But it's fucking fascinating. I don't know, have you seen Donnie Brasco by now?
No, I have not seen. I haven't even seen the movie. No.
Okay.
But I was going to make a joke. So you didn't contact that guy and asked him if we could use a clip or whatever.
I
actually, a little bullet or something next to it.
I feel like he seems like a stand-up guy now, but he seems like a very shrewd businessman in a way. So
we need to pay loads of cash for that.
I think if we use a clip from any of his videos, he would fucking copy strike us in a second.
He would find us. Yeah. I mean, so I don't even know where to begin because this is all you. This is really all you.
I think I kind of alluded to this guy once before I even knew he had a YouTube channel, because he was one of the interviewees in
Fear City.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What was the first one called? Fear Street. It's all coming from like the movie we talked about today, Fear Street. No, you just talked about that.
Oh, Fear Street. Yeah.
Fear City. Yeah.
For a second, I thought of Mean Streets. But
right. You're in the Scorsese mindset right now.
Dude, he has done some of the greatest mafia works.
Right. Of course.
But yeah, I mean, it's quite cool, especially since he does like movie mob reviews. Sadly, he doesn't do the whole movie. He just takes 2 or 3 scenes and talks about them.
Right.
And especially he praises, what's his name? Fuck. Joe Pesci a whole lot.
Oh, sure.
Being one of the greatest mafia actors.
Portrayals, yeah.
Because he apparently like grew up around those kinds of guys in those parts of the city.
Yeah.
Around like wise guys.
Yeah. I think it was Harvey Keitel. I saw an interview of recently where he was asked like, how did you play those characters so well, and who did you ask? And he was just like, no, I grew up in that area, I know these people.
Right. I mean, it is a strange world that doesn't really exist nowadays anymore.
Well, who knows? But yeah, I guess.
I mean, yeah, sure, the mafia is still around, but not in the capacity it was around in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Right.
And how much power they had. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
I mean, what I can contribute to this
Mhm.
conversation, and I'm gonna wrap around here because the thing I wanted to sort of throw out as an honorable too is basically what I've been watching is I haven't just been watching one
Mhm.
movie or whatever. I've been, and I said this last week. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I've been diving back into Fincher commentary tracks
Mhm.
and behind the scenes footage. And what fits right into that is Tarantino is now doing press all over the place because of his
Yeah.
book release for
A book.
yeah, he did a book for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He released a novel, like a extended story.
Ah, okay. I thought like more of an autobiographical.
No, it's literally like an
book.
expansion of the movie.
Oh, cool. Like revolving around what characters?
The
same ones, or?
I don't know much
Okay.
more than that. I just know it expands the story and the world of the movie. So I don't know any more specifics, but what I do know is that he's doing press all over the place. He's on the Joe
Mhm.
Rogan podcast, which I don't listen to, but
Mhm, yeah.
I see that he's there. And he was recently also on Dax Shepard's podcast. And I wouldn't put Tarantino in like my top 3 directors. I certainly
Okay, yeah.
think he's an amazing director and I love his work. But
Mhm.
what I love most about him is his enthusiasm about movies. And that dude knows more. That dude has forgotten more about movies than I'll ever know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, right? Him and Edgar Wright, there's a great commentary track for Hot Fuzz where they should be talking about the movie, but they basically spend the whole time like referencing movies to each other. And, that's kind of cinematic heaven to me, even though I don't know what they're talking about most of the time.
Tarantino is like on the audio commentary.
They
on
did a
Hot Fuzz.
special Hot Fuzz commentary where he's
Oh,
on
that's
that,
cool.
yeah, because they're friends and yeah.
I
It's
mean,
on
yeah,
YouTube.
They seem like fucking cinephiles if I have ever seen one.
100%.
I mean, I think didn't Tarantino like work in a like video rental store
Yeah.
and like watch pretty much everything they had on the shelves.
For sure. He was the guy.
Yeah.
He was the guy you would come to and ask questions about what movies they should watch and stuff. Yeah. No, he's a walking encyclopedia or whatever. But I love him talking about movies. And that's what I've been watching too. And the reason why it fits with what you're saying is because
Mhm.
also a lot of questions where it's a bit of a strange correlation now, but he was asked like with like comparing his work to Scorsese a lot, but he's very proud of that he like founded he made up his own genre of films where it's like a gangster genre, but there's some funny elements in it. But he described it as like the characters not knowing that they are in a comedy per se.
Yeah.
And that sort of right? That differentiates him from Scorsese movies. But I tried to find a way to include that. But that's the best thing right now. And you might have seen this. He was on Kimmel.
Yeah.
And-
Like naming old
Yeah,
VHS
where he was
something.
blindfolded and he had
Mhm.
to guess based from the description on the VHS. Dude, I wish that video was hours long. Even though I haven't seen any of those films, but I don't know what it is. I love seeing people answering trivia questions correctly. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I love it if it's about movies, of course. So I was just rooting for him to get all of them right.
Yeah, that reminds me, before I forget, aren't we supposed to have another trivia night sometime soon?
Sure.
Which I think all forgot about now.
I have not forgotten about this, but I don't want to be the guy who keeps reminding everyone. I'm sort of
Right.
waiting for, especially the guy who's supposed to do it to tell us when it's going to happen again,
I'm going to write him after this is over. I mean, he does listen to the podcast.
Of course, but I don't want to, the thing is, I don't want to put pressure on him. I think
No, of course.
there's a
yeah.
reason why he hasn't gotten around to it yet.
Maybe. I think we all just kind of forgot in the stress of the couple of last weeks of uni and other stuff.
Yeah. But have you seen that Kimmel Tarantino interview?
The thumbnail.
Right.
I didn't click on it.
I don't know if you would enjoy it as much as I did, but it's great. It's fantastic.
But I do know what you mean, and I think it's so cool to be like that guy who work in the video store who kind of gives out recommendations. I mean, that would be like a dream job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much money you would make from that, but
Fair
certainly,
enough.
certainly, from people would appreciate you for what you did.
Right, yeah.
do. If I'm not denigrating the job in any way, but I just, I don't think Tarantino wanted to do that for the rest of his life, even though he
Yeah, of course.
did get some fulfillment out of it.
He did way more than that. I mean, he, like you said, he is kind of his own genre in a way. And I think a lot of people would like to be in the same vein. And I think the only other director that I could think of who pulls it off is Robert Rodriguez. And I think he was actually before Tarantino.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that guy's work. Obviously, with more of the recent stuff I am, but I don't know when he started. Was that really before Tarantino?
I think so, right? I think Tarantino first wrote for him before he did his own stuff. I'm pulling this out of my ass. I have no fucking idea. Don't take anything.
Yeah, I can't
serious.
correct you or because I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
When did From Dusk Till Dawn come out? Because he actually acts in that as well, right?
Tarantino does. Yeah. Well, I'm just looking at his first directorial work movie, which is El Mariachi. That was in '92, and I think that's Rodriguez. Okay. And I think Reservoir Dogs was right about that time. There's also '92. There's also '92.
Okay.
Yeah. No, for sure. But I think Tarantino was 28 or 29 when he made that, so I'll do that in a couple of years,
Oh, yeah.
I'll direct my first Reservoir Dogs.
That's how it
works.
We could at some point do Tarantino. I mean, how many movies does he have? 8?
Well, 9? He only has 9 now.
Yeah,
he wants to
Kill
do 10.
Bill.
Oh, we're splitting it up?
Are you splitting it up, or are you counting as one? I mean, it's supposed to be one movie, but I do count it as 2 separate movies.
Well, I think that's interesting. I never thought of this. Hold on. That's an easy question to answer. We got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Hateful Eight, Django Unchained. Then we have Inglourious Basterds, Death Proof.
Kill Bill 1 wasn't. Let's just count it as 1 for now. Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs.
I was reading it off of IMDb. But now I'm super confused where we were.
Right.
No.
Was Death Proof after Kill Bill?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It seems older to me.
Hold on, I want to get to the bottom of this because it's Reservoir Dogs 1, Pulp Fiction 2, 4 rooms, that doesn't count, Jackie Brown 3, Kill Bill 1 and 2, let's count them as 2, so we got 5. Then we have, Death Proof 6, Inglourious Basterds 7,
right?
Django 8, Hateful 8, 9, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood would be 10, so Kill Bill is 1 movie.
All right, so if he brings out his next movie, we can do
which is going to be his last one.
Yeah. Is it though? Is it?
He is sticking true to that. He just wants to keep writing after that. He maintains that he doesn't want to make bad movies. He wants to make 10 great ones and leave it at that.
I mean, I bet he is like Miyazaki, where he's like retiring, and then after 5 years, he's like, okay, one more, and then.
I think he's going to continue as a writer. I don't think he wants to harm his catalog of movies. His legacy, yes, thank you. But
maybe, sure.
Yeah.
He is one of the most spoken about directors probably of all time, because I think directors don't get a lot of love in like the mainstream media.
For sure, he's one of those.
Except for Tarantino.
Nolan as well, maybe.
Maybe Scorsese, Spielberg.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I think Tarantino is right at the top of that list, actually, if like our generation too.
Yeah, most people that I talk about, like, what's your favorite director? Pretty much the exact same answer from most people is Tarantino. I think just because that's the one most heard about, and he's just got some of the most iconic and unique movies ever.
100%. And what I love about him too is that he's like actually like he's been on a lot of podcasts of like lesser known people too. Mm-hmm. So he just loves to talk about it. You know, there's this small little podcast that I listened to. Small little, compared to us, it's huge. I don't even know how many listeners they have. I think it's not the biggest, you know. But then once I just saw that Tarantino was going to be on, I was like, what? How did you get that?
I love the guy, but I think he does enjoy the attention quite a bit.
Dude, I would too, though. I mean, if
sure, fair enough.
You know, everyone loves him and his movies, and I just love his enthusiasm, and I think it's so genuine, which makes it great.
Yeah, I mean, I think he really is living his dream, and he doesn't seem so uptight. And I mean, if you just see him in an interview, like wearing a fucking jersey, and
right,
yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I am in a bad position now because I was hoping for my pick to be your pick.
Yeah, I wanted it to be, but it didn't.
No, it's totally fair but the thing is, I did not love this movie.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean? It's
Same.
one of those weeks. But I thought you loved it because you've been texting me like do we have the trailer rights for it? And I was like, you're definitely going to pick this.
Yeah, just in case, because I thought like an interview, how riveting is it to talk about? I mean, the movie was well made at times, but
The movie is Nobody, by the way.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
Nobody.
Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk. But sorry, go on.
I just thought, I don't know, like the interview of Michael Franzese and Joe Pistone was so cool just for me because I loved the movie, and to see that was just mind-blowing, to see the real guy talk about real experiences and like stuff that didn't make it into the movie, that were real-life experiences, like being taken to a back room and somebody putting a gun on the table and expecting an answer from him, otherwise they would shoot him on the spot, and he made it out. He fucking made it out.
Dude, I completely understand why you didn't pick it. That's what I'm saying. I wish I could have picked something else.
But when did you see this? A couple of days ago as well, or?
Yes, a couple of days ago.
I mean, you want to give us a rundown of what this movie is about?
Well, I was hoping for you to. You know, you're the guy who does that, but I guess it's my turn. Well, Nobody. It's the thing that I still don't know what to think of this because I've heard so many people talk about this movie beforehand and loving it.
Yeah.
And even Mark Kermode, who's one of those, he's a British, I'm sure you've seen, you must, whatever. He's the BBC movie reviewer. And I massively respect that dude because he's able to articulate his, love or disdain for movies just in a great way, much better than I ever could. But he even talked about this movie and loving it. And I was like surprised because I wouldn't have thought of that. I wouldn't think that he likes Nobody. You know what I mean? Didn't really fit. And it is John Wick. It's written by the dude who wrote John Wick. I don't understand the fucking. It is John Wick. It is John Wick.
If it hadn't been written by Derek Kolstad, the author of fucking John Wick, I would have called this a fucking knockoff.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Is that supposed to be funny? Because it's so on the nose. I've read now that Bob Odenkirk, he has had some traumatic experiences in his real life where he had a couple of home invasions, and he was like, I want to make a movie of what I could have done because Nobody, it stars this family man who snaps and then goes on a revenge mission, and because his daughter's kitty cat bracelet was stolen, right? It's not the dog in John Wick that gets murdered. It's now the kitty cat bracelet that's stolen. And then he goes after, he kills someone. Then it turns out that dude was a family member of a Russian, crime boss. And now he's got that whole crime scene going after him. It's just John Wick in every way.
Even the fucking gold bars make an appearance.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid.
I just don't. There's something that I don't understand here. If this is supposed to be funny or if it's because the movie is playing it straight. It's not a parody in any way.
Well, at moments it does seem like it's not taking itself too serious. But I completely agree, even with your point. Because I read as well that he was kind of inspired by his real life experiences with like home invasions, right? And that playing a part in it. And that part of the plot is like forgotten about in like 30 minutes and then completely erased by the mafia plot, by the Russian mob plot, which is so unnecessary. They could have done so many cool things with that. And then they just did John Wick again. Yeah.
I mean, I did not hate this movie in any way.
Yeah.
I thought it was, it's also like 90 minutes long and it's paced superbly well, in my opinion. I mean, I
thought the ending was kind of off.
You mean the post-credit scenes?
Or that as well, but also like, the whole ending from him driving away to the whole other stuff that I don't want to spoil, but the whole showdown at the end.
Yeah. Let's dive into it a bit deeper after we played a little clip of Nobody, which is in theaters now, right? Finally. I don't even know when this came out. Yeah. It's been out in the States for...
I think earlier this year or end of last year.
Yeah, I think it was this year, but on like home video, so a couple of months ago by now. But here's a little clip of Nobody.
So they took maybe $20 and an old watch? Mr. Manson, did you even take a swing?
No.
Could have taken her, Dad. Heard you had some excitement last night. I wish they'd have picked my place, you know?
Why didn't you take him out?
I was just trying to keep the damage to a minimum.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
You okay? Because you don't look okay.
There's a long dormant piece of me that so very badly wants out.
What are you still doing here, old man?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm worried that there might be some soundtrack in this trailer that we
Could be.
won't use, right?
Could
It's
be.
possible.
Yeah.
So,
But-
yeah.
I mean, about this movie, I gotta say, I really enjoyed the first, like, half an hour, more like half an hour. Especially like the bus scene. And it reminded me so
Yes.
much of John Wick 3. It starts off so good with such a good action scene, so well choreographed. And then it kind of fades out towards the end and becomes a little silly.
I thought that was your favorite John Wick. The third one?
Might be, yeah.
Oh, okay, but you're
But
still
I
not
think
okay.
I think the pacing is still off with that one. But I'm not as huge a John Wick fan, I think, as you are or Max.
Oh, don't
I
put
do
me in
enjoy
that
them.
category.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying don't put me in the category with Max. I would say I am not a huge John Wick fan at all.
Okay,
I mean,
fair enough.
see, that sounds so negative too.
I know, but,
I'm one of
you
those.
were looking
I
forward
think
to
the
this.
first to nobody.
No, to like John Wick 2, because I hadn't even watched John Wick by the time John Wick 2 came out, and you want to go to the cinema to watch, and I was like, okay, there's a lot of hype behind this. Let's watch the first one, then let's watch the second one. Since then, I've been like up to date with the whole John Wick thing, but
Yeah.
I do like them. But I think they get better with every movie. Because,
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think the first one's the best one.
yeah,
that's where we
most
differ.
people say that, and
Do
I
they?
do not agree. At least you and Max, I think.
I don't know where
You're
he
the
stands
only
on
two
this.
people that I know that I talk about John Wick. But yeah, I mean, did you like the bus scene? Because I think it was by far the best scene of the whole movie.
I did like that scene,
Mhm.
but I was hoping for. Let's see. How do I make this sound? They hadn't done enough yet to get that sort of punishment. Does that make sense? Is that completely out of touch?
I mean, I get it in a way, I guess.
Right?
I mean, their intentions were bad enough, and it's also about
100%.
him letting loose. I
Of
think.
course.
Yeah, I mean, it's not explained that well that far into the movie of why he has all of this in him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah,
I
sure.
still like
mean,
that scene.
Yeah,
I
I
still like
get
that
what
scene.
you mean in a way.
Right.
Nothing like has happened yet, but
Right. No, he's obviously he's trying to stop or prevent anything from happening, which is obviously the right thing to do. But
cryptic.
right? But even just the I don't know with the driver like standing outside and then just like hold or what was it? Hold this for a second. No, what was the line? It that kind of seemed out of place too. I don't know. But yeah,
I mean, there's also like a character, like a hidden character on the radio that he keeps talking to. How long did you take to figure out who it was?
dude, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I read the name in the credits in the beginning.
Me too, but I didn't know. I completely forgot about
Same
it until
thing.
he finally came back.
100% with you.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that he was in it, and then it makes total sense.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those reveals that I wasn't like jumping out of my seats. Oh, it's that guy. You know what
I mean, I really like him because he stars in a lot of other movies. And now I can't, I think, say his name because
Yeah, we
you know,
shouldn't.
I kind of talked about on the radio. But he's a cool guy, I think. But another person that's in this is Christopher Lloyd, which is a guy that you wouldn't expect in this kind of movie. Christopher Lloyd, of course, being most known for, Back to the Future as Doc.
Doc Brown, yeah.
Doc Brown. But I think he's cool. I really enjoy him as an actor, but I think it was quite necessary, especially towards the end.
I love that scene, though. I think that was one of my favorite scenes. Or his character.
Yeah.
The way he sort of lets loose towards the end. I thought that was really funny.
But also, like, the director. I think that's kind of that director's thing, right? Because Eiler Neischuler, or whatever his name is, Also did Hardcore Henry. Did you see that? Because I actually really want to see that, but never got around to it.
Same thing. Haven't seen it. But it's supposed to. That's a POV movie, right? With Shelter Copley. Yeah.
Right, and I think Tim Roth.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, Bob Odenkirk, I think he trained 2 years for this movie. So I don't want to like make it sound like it's just a complete waste of a movie, which definitely isn't. And I actually enjoyed it more than I hated it. You know, I didn't hate it at all. I thought it was, as I said before, it's 90 minutes and it's sort of like an expansion of the John Wick world, if in a way, right? If you think of it
definitely.
like that, it makes more sense. Otherwise, go watch John Wick. I think John Wick. I don't like the second one. The third one, which to go back to what you just said before, I think the opening, what was it, 20 or 30 minutes of the third one are some of my favorite action scenes ever. But then the movie just lost me completely once they go to, what was it, Casablanca? No.
Yeah, that was off because they just shot guns for like 20 minutes and it gets boring after a while.
It felt like for the rest of the movie they just had a shootout.
But yeah, I think this movie's fun to watch, fun to look at. Nobody. The whole action scenes are so well done. And yeah, like you said, he did his own stunts, which is very impressive.
Yeah. I don't know if he did all of his stunts. Did he really?
I don't know if he did, I think he did the fight scenes. I don't know if he did like the ones where he fell from out of a window or something like that.
Sure.
But I think there's the fun quote that I heard somewhere where he talked about I think in an interview where somebody talked to him like, why are you training this hard? They're like people who can do this for you, right? That people he decide he wants to do this himself. I think that's kind of cool.
To
not adopt that mindset. Although I completely understand it, I don't think I would have the fucking balls to train, not balls, the fucking physical prowess to train for 2 years for this.
Nice way of putting it. I mean, that's what you train to achieve that physical prowess, no?
Sure, I guess. But also, Bob Odenkirk is just not the kind of person you would imagine being like that, because at least I know him most for his role as Saul Goodman on Breaking Bad, and of course, what's it called?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Never call No, but I think he wanted to play against that type, and he wanted to sort of break out of that. And I think he was great, actually. I thought it was good. Bad to say about Bob Odenkirk in this movie.
Of course, yeah. I thought he was great as well.
Yeah,
I agree.
Connie Nielsen as his wife is an actress that I've enjoyed over the years in like the most random movies. Yeah, I first saw her in either Gladiator or 1 Hour Photo, which is one of my favorite Robin Williams movies. But she was in a lot of movies, and I always like seeing her. Obviously in Wonder Woman 2 recently.
Who did she play there?
Wonder Woman.
The Queen?
She was, I think she was the Queen of Themyscira. What was that island called of all the,
The Amazonians?
Yeah.
I don't know what the island was called.
I think it was Themyscira or something like that.
Sure.
I mean, that is going to trigger a lot of people. And I'm not even sure she was the queen, but I think she was the leader of the group. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think so. Or was it Robin Wright? No, I think it was. I think it was.
No idea. It's been a while now.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the second one.
I am not planning on doing it, to be honest. Do you want to see it? I mean, the reviews are quite bad. I don't know if it's the user reviews or more the critics that hated it, but at least when it came out on Letterboxd, I think I just saw like 1 and 2 star reviews all the way.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, and I'm looking at the IMDb thing right now, and it's a 5.4. So you're right. I thought people liked that movie.
Yeah.
I must have been wrong.
It looked interesting, or like it sounded interesting because I kept my ears closed for this trailer whenever it came up in the cinema, as I usually do. And it played, I think, New Order, Blue Monday, which is the basic fucking 80s song, which also played, I think, in Atomic Blonde. A great movie, by the way.
Yes, which, by the way, I haven't said this yet before, and what would be an episode if I wasn't all over the place, but another reason why I don't encourage this. But I also only watched Nobody. I have seen a different movie this week in the sneak, but once again, like 2 weeks ago, that movie is not going to come out till the end or mid of August.
Right.
So once again, I do not want to go and tell everyone to go and watch it if you can't. So,
But do you still want to mention it? Because
No.
I fucking hate you for having seen this. Because I
no, I know.
I would have loved to come along for the sneak this week, but I had another appointment. And fuck, dude, this is killing me inside because it's like over a month until this comes out.
Yeah.
And I've talked about this a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those that we've talked about before. We've been looking forward to. Yeah. It's a great movie.
I mean, it's not your fault at all, but still.
No, I know that it isn't.
Fucking jealous.
Yeah. But that was another reason why. I mean, I have seen more than Nobody, but yeah, I'm going to save that for a later episode as well.
You're a greater man than I am because I would blur it out immediately and scream to the world that I saw it so early.
I think everyone else who wants to see that movie has found a different way of watching that by now.
I'm sure, but
no one is as... Yeah, no, I know. But
Yeah.
because you are an upstanding guy.
Right, thank you.
In that way.
In that way. It's the
Right,
only
but
way.
anyway, sorry. All over the place. We Wonder Woman. How did we even get to Wonder Woman? Connie Nielsen was in that. She was
Right.
in Nobody. Let's wrap Nobody up. I would not. Once again, I think if you're a huge John Wick fan, definitely go and seek this out. But
Sure.
if you haven't seen either John Wick or Nobody, I would encourage you to watch John Wick and not Nobody. Right? Can we agree on that?
Yeah, because there are just more sequels. More to enjoy.
Right,
Do you think there's going to be Nobody sequel?
I think I either read or heard him talk about this Odenkirk that it's out of his hands. He and obviously they need to see how the demand is and how many people will end up watching this. But I think he would be open for it.
Yeah, would he be willing? I mean, it could also be a spin-off by the after credit scene, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Which I
Sure.
don't hope for.
No,
As much as I like both actors.
Yes, I agree that. So that's it, and I think let's wrap this episode up with a last man standing. We owe that to Leon, and you're fucked today. So I'm very confident. You know.
I just want to say that's kind of unfair, but sure.
I love it.
My brain is working at like half capacity right now. But
no, it's up to you. If you want to do
no,
it,
let's
it's
go. I'm not editing this, so let's go.
No, I don't care about the editing. It's just that, if you want to lie down, that's fair. It's fair.
No, it's fine. I feel a bit more awake now that I've talked about movies.
Right. So, Last Man Standing, we played this, must have been, what, two or 3 weeks ago by now? One of my favorite games where we have to come up with either a director or an actor, and we have to list movies that person has been in or directed. And if you can't come up with a new one, or you list one that was already listed, you lose one life, and you have 2 lives. And it's basically about the last man standing.
Right, let's do like a 30 seconds countdown just to keep it short.
Do you want to do like a random actor generator on Google?
Sure, I was going to say Quentin Tarantino.
I mean, that's going to be rather easy.
Yeah.
Random.
I mean, you could. You're free to choose one since I chose the last one.
No, let's do a random one. And it would be easy if it's like one that, because I've found this site that actually gets you, like I can say like I want 4 random actors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even more interesting if it's an actor that we're not too familiar with, right? It could be a very short one.
I mean, especially with more obscure actors, I think you're way better than I am.
Well, I'll generate 4 actors.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you want to do this? Do you want to like give me a number and we'll choose that one, or should I list all 4 of them and we decide which one we want to
do? Let's do the number first, and if it absolutely sucks,
right, here we go.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, give me a number between 1 and 4.
3.
That's the worst one. Another one.
Okay, of course. 2.
Okay, 2 is Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, fuck me.
You want to try Jeff Goldblum?
It's gonna be so embarrassing, but yeah.
It will be embarrassing, but
because I've seen so little.
No, but the thing is, you don't need to have seen the movies, you know.
But okay, I'm blanking right now. I can think of 2 things. Okay, are we doing the franchise rule?
We're definitely doing a franchise rule.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we could do 1 or 4 too if you want.
What's 1 or 4?
We have Mike Myers.
Oh no.
And Tim Allen.
Let's go with Jeff Goldblum.
All right, let's go with Jeff Goldblum. This is gonna be a terrible one, but it's your turn to start, I think, or mine.
Maybe.
You go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm gonna start off with Jurassic Park.
I'll go Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, The Fly.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Hold on a second here. Don't time me just yet. Jeff Goldblum. What was he in?
Okay, let's do it. We'll have to timer it first. I have no idea.
God. Jeff.
I think by now I know Jeff Goldblum more from being Jeff Goldblum than I know him from his movies.
Yeah.
I
mean, Jurassic World doesn't count, right?
Franchise, yeah. Is he in that?
I think he's in one of those sequels, yeah.
Okay.
Well, fuck me. I am blanking completely. Wasn't
Let's do
he
20 seconds.
Wasn't he in
I don't know, you tell me.
Oh, he's in that movie The Switch.
You mean The Fly?
No, The Switch with Bateman and Aniston. I think it's called The Switch. Please let it be The Switch.
No
it is
idea.
called The Switch. And
Okay.
he's definitely in that. He's got the greatest opening line in that movie.
All right. Fucking Jeff Goldblum. No idea. He's a hard actor.
No, we're just terrible.
We're terrible as well, yeah. I just keep thinking of him in Jurassic Park. It's crazy, but is he? I want to say Videodrome, but I don't think he's in that.
I don't think he's in Videodrome, no.
Let's look it up.
I would be very surprised if he's in Videodrome.
Have you seen Videodrome?
I have not seen Videodrome, but I
It's a
am
fucked up movie.
familiar with Cronenberg's work. And
Yeah.
because I think he is in a different Cronenberg movie, but I'm not sure. But I don't think he's in this, right?
He's not in
So I'm going to throw
Videodrome.
out a guess too. And I think,
Let's go.
what was that movie called though? Shit, I just had it and I lost it. I think he's in that one with Jennifer Jason Leigh, which, no, he's not in that. Is he in, what was that movie called? Fuck's sake. I actually saw that movie, but I can't think of the name right now. Goldblum, where you've been in so many things.
I have another guess, and if it's wrong, then I'll be out
All right,
anyway.
I
guess.
lost a life. What do you got?
Okay, so you're down one life, so am I. So this is my last guess, and I'm gonna say Valentine's Day. Is that a movie? Where there's
he
like
could
30
very
people?
well be in that. Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
that would be. I think you might actually be right that he's in this.
because I think I saw something with this on, I don't know where, and I think I saw his face. I might be so wrong, but
I think if it's not Valentine's Day, it's one of those days.
yeah.
I
Fuck,
don't,
but I don't see
though.
him.
Yeah. Oh,
Shit, I think I might be out.
I mean, that was just I mean,
Should we do one more? I mean,
I want to look up the movie that I thought of with Jeff, the
It's the-
Cronenberg one.
I'm just gonna Google Jeff Goldblum. I mean,
Grand Budapest Hotel,
fuck me, that's where I saw him.
Independence Day.
Because the fucking poster of Grand Budapest has all these fucking like key places, key holders where there's pictures of the actors, and that reminded me so much of the Valentine's Day poster.
Right.
Shit.
Dude, there's going to be
Independence Day, of
so
course.
many that he's in 220 movies. Annie Hall. He's in Annie Hall.
Really? for him.
Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
No,
okay,
but
it's franchise
yeah, that's
rule,
kind of
yeah,
franchise
of
rule,
course.
yeah. But he's also in Morning Glory, the Rachel McAdams one that you hated.
Yes. Don't remember his role though.
I think he's
Okay.
her boss. But
So many
it's
small things, but
Yeah.
so much that I don't recognize at
what's
all.
that movie I thought of? He's not in that movie that I thought of anyway, but I
Okay.
need to know what movie that was. It is called. There it is. Existence. That's it. Existence.
No idea.
Yeah, he's not even in that too. I don't
Okay.
think. You want
That
to do
was
one more?
bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
Jesus.
like maybe a bigger person.
I'll generate 8 names, and
Let's do
we'll
that.
pick one that's actually gonna be good. Okay, here we go. We got Seth MacFarlane. These are, by the way, only
Two.
male, and I don't do that on purpose. This site just gives me male actors. I don't know what's going on. Seth MacFarlane, Josh
Nope.
Hartnett,
No,
Mykelti Williamson,
no idea who that is.
Zach Galifianakis,
Ooh,
Heath Ledger,
Oh, okay.
Hugo Weaving.
Oh,
You want to do Zach Galifianakis?
I don't know if I do. I think once again I have like 4 things.
Well, that's more than we had before.
Sure, if at all. Who was the guy after Zach
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger? He's interesting.
I mean, I if you want to, we can do Heath Ledger.
Doesn't have a lot of stuff either, I guess,
Right.
for different reasons.
I'll generate 8 more. Billy Bob Thornton, Daniel Radcliffe. Let's do Daniel Radcliffe. What about that?
Okay, like, can we do every single Harry Potter
No,
movie?
we can't. We can't.
Then I'm fucked.
Oh, okay. This is great radio.
How
Michael
about-
Cera. Michael Cera just popped up on my screen.
I'll do Michael Cera.
Oh, Andrew Garfield. No, let's do Michael Cera. Let's do Michael Cera. Let's go. We're going.
Okay, you start.
I'm starting. I'll go super bad.
That's good. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. I haven't seen it.
I did not like that movie. Juno.
So what was your first pick?
I'm not going to tell you.
Fuck.
No,
I
it's super
instantly
bad.
forgot.
Super bad. Super
Okay,
bad.
then I go Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Right. What was that movie that we both enjoyed? I actually own that on Blu-ray. Shit. Michael. What have you been in recently? See, this is just why
Only
are we doing
movies?
this? We'll yeah. Let's do only movies.
Okay.
What was that movie called, man? Youth in Revolt.
Great movie. A Very Merry Christmas.
He's in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
He
take
plays
your word for it.
I think producer or agent.
I'll take your word for it. Michael Cera. Shit.
I have one more.
You do?
Should I start the timer?
Sure. I mean, I
30
think I know
seconds.
the one you're thinking of. I just don't know what it's called.
Oh.
Is it Year One?
I didn't, but yeah, he's in that one as well.
Okay.
Terrible ratings, but I actually really liked that movie.
Yeah.
The End of the World. Is
The
that
End
what
of the
it's
World?
called? Yeah. With also Emma Watson, a very small role, and Seth Rogen.
I don't think that's what it's called.
Fuck, what is it called?
This is the end?
This is the end. Okay, first life gone. Fair enough. Your turn.
I'll go with This is the End.
You prick. Okay.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You could even have that point if you want.
No,
I'll leave
I'm
that up
good.
to you.
I'm good.
Because I can't think of anything, man. I am just not in the. I can't.
I mean, now you just gotta outlast me.
No, but that's true. But I'm thinking, and I can't. Oh no, is he in that? No, that's Eisenberg. Oh, that's Eisenberg. Michael Cera.
I mean, I just know him from these young, quirky roles. I think all of which we've named so far. I haven't seen him in so many things since then. I'm sure, yeah, probably.
He must have been.
Okay, it's been over 30 seconds.
All right, I'll go with
now.
Isle of Dogs.
I don't think he's in that.
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, go on. What do you got?
I'm gonna look this up.
Okay.
I love dogs.
Come on, Michael. You got to be in that.
I mean, he could be.
I don't see him.
We got no. I mean, Jeff Goldblum once
No,
again.
he's not in there. He's not in there.
Yeah, okay.
Jeff Goldblum.
But every other actor apparently.
Yeah.
That's okay. Fucking Michael Cera. I really like that guy actually. He seems
me
fun.
Too. Yeah.
Fuck, anything with Jonah Hill maybe. Anything else? Shit. No, dude, I can't think of anything. Although he does have a great segment on closet picks with Criterion.
Right, but he's not talking about his own movies there. That's the issue.
Yeah, 30 seconds are up and I've got nothing. Once again, Flo's crowned the winner.
No, but this is
3 times in a
ridiculous.
row.
I mean, this is ridiculous because that's just because you said the wrong name. I mean, I'm stumped now too.
Yeah, sure, but fair enough. I couldn't say anything.
Hasn't he been in a Wes
more.
Anderson movie like Steve Aquatic or something? Life Aquatic, Steve Zissou?
I don't think so. Maybe Bottle Rocket.
Or is he in
Oh fuck!
Royal
Okay,
Tenenbaums?
I just googled him.
Yeah. what do you
Jesus
got?
Christ. Juno.
I said Juno.
You said Juno. Okay. Thank the Lord. A lot of shows.
He must have been in a Wes Anderson movie.
Molly's Game, dude.
Oh, of course. As yeah. Playing, I think it was Elijah. No, Tobey
Player
Maguire.
X, yeah.
I think it's Tobey
Allegedly.
Maguire. Allegedly.
In the Lego movie, he voiced Robin. Interesting.
Sausage
The
Party.
Batman. Yeah. Okay. Forgot who he voiced, but yeah, another.
So we've actually, I thought we were doing ridiculously poorly, but actually, I'm not
Doesn't
too
have
familiar
that
with any.
many-
Yeah.
Other things, yeah.
Interesting. Frequency,
Yeah, no. I think we
Gloria
were
Bell.
quite alright.
Twin Peaks.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Yeah.
Chuck H8.
Can't remember him in that at all.
He was a kid, okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I
Yeah.
think we did alright. Not
Yeah.
great, but...
I mean, let's do for the next time. Let's pick one where we are sure to know more than 2 movies.
Yeah, next time we're gonna pick like Spielberg or something.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alrighty, look forward to that. I mean, what a hell of an episode. And not looking forward to editing this now because we're crossing the 1 hour territory, but I think there's a lot of dead air in there.
Yeah, because we had to stop for a moment in between.
We'll see how long that actually took.
Let's see how much you take out of.
Nothing. All right,
that
that's
would
it.
be embarrassing. Okay.
Yes, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you, as always, for watching. You're definitely not watching, listening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're staring at the YouTube page while you're listening to this, just because you admire the cover art, I salute you.
Yeah, but even then you gotta watch the thumbnail because in the video itself, it's just the logo.
Right. But if you press on it, you should have seen the thumbnail, hopefully.
Fair enough.
And enough with this. I'm out. Thank you for listening. We'll be back with another shit show episode next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you so much from me. It's been a blast. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Best Thing Radio. You can check us out anywhere where you get your podcasts, be it Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, etc. Consider dropping a like, subscribe, tell us in the comments how much of a shit show this was, especially the end. How much you enjoy Michael Cera. I don't know, what did you watch this week? It's been a blast. I kind of feel like I'm sick because I have a weird longing for a sandwich with butter and chips. I don't know fucking why, but that's what I'm going to eat now. Goodbye and have a great
Cook
day.
something good. What is this?
Bye-bye.
A sandwich with butter and chips?
It's an Irish thing.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye.